and we are about to find out the first team that's gotten eliminated here at the Mad Moon Tournament. My name is Nomad. Joining me is Mo Farah as we get into B8, aka the Dendy team, versus Infamous Gaming in this elimination best of 3. And it would suck to come all this way, all the way out to Ukraine, only to lose 2 best of 3s and be sent straight back home again, wouldn't it?
That would suck quite a lot, I think, especially if you're Infamous. I mean, if you're B8, you're like, well, we live here anyway, right?
Yeah, just around the corner. Get a taxi back home. See you later.
Come all the way from South America just to not play in the tournament, like the main event at all, would be pretty horrendous, I think. But yeah, I mean, I'll be very honest with you. I know very little about B8. I mean, they got knocked out in the open qualifiers.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much data on this team, to be honest with you.
Like, obviously, we know all their players. I mean, me and you, I think.
Definitely. We know.
Infamous, I know a little bit about, but not a huge amount about either.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be interesting to see how this goes. And I am still unsure about this Omni Knight hero, by the way. I know a lot of teams in China, especially when I've been watching the close qualifiers there, I've been really rating this hero a lot. But I'm pretty sure we hardly saw it at all when we were casting like CIS and EU games.
Yeah, no, it's not a popular pickup really in our region so much, but yeah, B8's still going to try and make it happen and pick it up as the first pick. Meanwhile, Infamous Gaming open with the Rubik and the Razor. So basically, fuck your damage is what Infamous Gaming is saying. You're going to have none. Fade Bolt, Static Link. You're going to hit for pennies.
Rubik Razor is literally 2 fingers right up at Omni Knight as like a reply to that hero. You're like, we're going to make your game literally as hard as possible.
Yeah, that seems to be the plan. Meanwhile, the puck is going to be the response from B8 here, so they want a bit of maneuverability, someone who's not going to get static linked down, and someone who can play the lanes a bit. And I know Dendy likes his hero a lot as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a bit of a flex pick for them as well. I'm sure they can play it as a 4. King are being able to, most likely be able to play that one as well. But yeah, I mean, Dendy played it in the last game. Just a very strong hero at the moment, still having that flex value and being able to play it mid too.
One thing I would say is it feels a little bit like B8 are a bit behind the meta compared to everybody else. Like, I don't know if that's harsh, but to me, it kind of feels like everyone has kind of moved past this Omni Knight and Puck and are more looking towards the Slardars, looking towards, controlling. But there just seems to be better heroes than these guys around right now, so I'm a little bit worried, but we'll see if B8 know what they're doing.
I mean, I haven't cast any of their games before, so I've got to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Turn to ban.
It's fine. What heroes did we see before? We saw things like the slide on the snap by fire being picked up, but like Whisper's been completely ignored, which surprises me a lot. I think that hero's still really strong.
Yeah, always nice to grab the IO.
There's nothing other than that like majorly surprises me so far with openings, apart from the Omni Knight, obviously. But I think Puck's just still a decent hero. Obviously, when it first got changed, it was ridiculous, but they made it so it has 0 armor now at the start of the game, so not as easy to play as a position 4 anymore.
Infamous, turn to ban.
We're both pretty stale openings, I would say. Like, it doesn't really give too much away. You can put the Razor safe lane against the Omni. You can put it mid if you want to as well. Probably not a great lane against the Puck, but both drafts still very open. It has to be said.
Yeah, 100%. Like, there's no real hard committal to any kind of strategy or timings here from B8 or Infamous, so they're keeping it open with the lifestealer and the PL banned out from both sides as well. Still just these ambiguous bans coming through here. You just don't want to play against the current situation.
Yeah, I think PL is always a decent ban in the second phase.
I think the Timbersaw ban from B8 kind of implies that they want to play the Omni Knight as a core, maybe, but I prefer that.
Maybe, but they also just don't have great amount of damage on their 2, especially if you're playing Puck as a mid laner, right? Like, trying to play up against Timber is pretty awful because you don't offer a huge amount of damage. It's more like control. Yeah, you go for this right-click phase shift build, and so you do some, but you don't really deal with that Timber hero at all. I think Timber's one of these heroes at the moment that people are starting to show a lot more respect for, especially with all the strength cores coming through, like the Slardars, even the Lifestealers, the Omnis, like you've said as well. Got to be really careful with that hero that doesn't really need any help in the laning stage either.
Infamous, turn to pick.
Oh, Druid band.
I haven't been seeing that hero around too much.
I assume that's just a favourite of theirs on B8 in general. Infamous probably know more about them than we do. They'll have done their homework.
Pio is a druid player for sure. I know that much. So
Right. Okay. So I'm assuming they're going to go for their 5 hero here. I mean, you're looking at things like
10 seconds
what
remaining.
have we got in the pool still?
5
trying to think of
seconds
just
remaining.
the Razor doesn't need too much help, so if they want to go for something that's a little bit more greedy, they could. Things like Lion and Shaman have been picked up in the past as like answers to the puck, to stop him being able to have such a free game. But they have the instant lift on the Rubik, so it depends if they feel they need a little bit more lockdown against that puck. They might go down that route, or
Radiant
they
team
could go for
pick.
something a little different. Okay, I hate this hero.
yep, same, absolutely. I'm a big Undying hater. Unashamedly.
Why? If this is a Razor safe lane, you have Razor Undying safe lane. It just feels like such a massive overkill. Like for this Omni Knight, right? Omni Knight, you're like, okay, we picked Rubik Razor.
10 seconds
It wasn't enough of a
remaining.
2 fingers up at the Omni Knight, so we're going to stick another middle finger up at him as well.
Yeah. Just make sure
5
he's
seconds
absolutely not
remaining.
going to be a core. I mean, I think they could just run him as a 4 or a 5 now and be pretty happy with that BA because they've got so many picks into the Omni that it's just like, well, whatever. Still won't really stop the Rubik stealing his spells, etc. But still, it gonna make things a little bit easier than I feel.
It means that their PL ban makes a little bit more sense as well, I think. If they were looking to pick up this
Infamous
Undying.
turn to pick.
I think this is really good. Just pick up something mobile up against the Razor Undying lane that's difficult to chase, like a hero that can skip waves as well if needed.
Yep.
I think this is a good shout. And now you have Puck Pango with like a massive amount of team fight.
Yeah, it works well. I mean, you've got just mad mobility
10
on this BA
seconds
team right now,
remaining.
and against Razor, he's going to feel a little bit underwhelming with that. The Undying as well.
5
You know, my
seconds
one concern is that they
remaining.
don't have anything which hits the Tombstone just yet. You know, they got heroes which can get over to it at the very least, but maybe not that can bring it down so easily. So I'd like to see something like that from BA. Maybe they can look towards Alina or something along those lines.
Yeah, I think the other thing we have to mention, by the way, is that LeBron has played Omni as a 5 before. So I'm looking at this thinking, you know, it could be Pango 3 or 4, could be Puck 3 or 4 or 2. You know, it could be Omni 3, but I think it's more likely to be a 5 now, considering how difficult of a game it is for an Omni 3. So they're probably thinking about what they should be looking to pick up with that Omni as support. My assumption would be this game that it's going to be Puck 4, Pango 3, Omni 5. But I might be massively wrong with that, just by seeing how the draft's gone so far. They have no reserve time left, by the way, on Infamous. This is going to have to be a quick pick.
Radiant
Step it up,
team
guys. Slow drafting. And I'm going to grab the blood.
God.
Okay, I don't really like this very much. I mean, it's good versus Pangolier at the very least. You know, he hates Rolling Thunder. You're basically just going to cast your Rupture on Pangolier every fight. He doesn't get to Rolling Thunder anymore. Very nice, but
Their draft feels like very lane, like counter-picking focused
10
rather than
I was going to say that
remaining.
as well, yeah.
focusing on like what they want to do themselves. Like they have no
5
tower hitting
seconds
now,
remaining.
right? That's great. They don't really have any Roche taking as well. So if
No.
they win their lanes, it's not like they can just easily push forward and like use their advantage to win the game.
Infamous turn to
Yeah,
ban.
you have a very awkward mid game to deal with, and now a Terrorblade comes out from B8. Okay, saying, well, that's a lot of physical damage you guys have there, Infamous. It would be a shame if someone with, I don't know, ridiculous starting armor and armor throughout the game were to come up in our draft, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they have like no burst damage at all. I'm trying to think of maybe like an Underlord might be
10
okay for
seconds
Infamous,
remaining.
just to round up, just to allow someone to sit on the front line. But it feels really meh.
Yeah,
5
it does.
seconds remaining.
What about Tinker off lane? That sounds sick. Give me.
Yeah, no. Moving on to
Radiant
actual
team
suggestions, perhaps they can look towards something like the Brewmaster. I know I'm clutching
Maybe
at straws here. but-
Pugner maybe as well is an
Yeah,
option.
Pugner could give them some magic burst, which would be very nice against a
Power
Terrorblade.
push.
Yeah, that would fill in a lot of their holes.
I mean, like Batrider would be a really good pick for them if they can play, but he got banned out first phase as well. They need. But in terms, let's talk about B8 though
10
instead.
seconds remaining.
Do we think it's going to be Puck 4 or Puck 2?
5
what are you
seconds remaining.
I think I'm going to say Puck 2.
Radiant
I think
team
this
pick.
is a Dendy
Yeah,
safe
they-
zone.
They banned the Underlord.
Okay.
Jeez, I just know. See, like,
Yeah,
just-
clearly.
you shoot down my
Inside the
suggestions, but
head.
these guys. I mean, the Underlord Aura is really good against TB as well, just reducing his damage. The Pit's really good at controlling the Pango and the Puck as well. So
It was a while ago now, but did you see the announcement video for B8?
10
no.
seconds remaining.
Did you not? It was really weird. Like really high production value of basically
5
old man
seconds
Dendi
remaining.
talking to his son about the glory days of Dota.
Oh,
And
I'll
then-
have to go back and watch it after the game.
Yeah, it's really high production value. It was a bit of a trip. I won't lie to you. I was like, what? I was thinking like, are they actually announcing a team here? Because this is before the players have been announced. It was just like,
Infamous
yeah, it was very
turn
strange. I thought they were
to
just
pick.
basing everybody in the name B8, but apparently it's an actual thing, and they're gonna round off their draft now with an Earthshaker.
So they're going to put the Puck mid up against the Razor, so they have a decent matchup, I think, and that's going to be Pango 3, Shaker 4. Again, this is a hero that I'm talking about that can just skip waves. If you're
Yep.
playing up against Undying, you don't really want to be laning up against him at all. So you just kind of like do your own thing. The Pango can go and stack waves if he wants to while the
10
Shaker roams
seconds
around.
remaining.
Like you have decent kill potential mid against the Razor with the Shaker come in and as well.
5 seconds
looks like
remaining.
I'll be honest, if I'm playing Rubik this game, I would be sweating with excitement. I would be absolutely loving it. Like you've got Omni, Pango, Shaker,
Mm.
and even Puck's decent steals as well. So,
So the
Jeez,
time and the
oh
final pick for
God.
Infamous Gaming is gonna be the Necrophos coming out for them. So, you know, a little bit of magic damage, a little bit of armor penetrating stuff, and the ability to lock down the Terrorblade when he gets below half HP is always nice as well. But at the same time, don't know, it feels a little bit weird for Infamous. It's a very strange, odd draft from them. I don't see how these heroes fit together that well.
I think if you're Infamous, you put the Undying with the Lady and the Necro to pressure the TB because he has an Omni Knight plus 5.
Yeah,
Like you literally just run at the TB,
yeah, you
and
can
then you
shut
put the
this
Rubik with
Terrorblade out
the
again.
then you put the Rubik in the safe lane up against this what is it like Pango Shaker, and the Rubik can just chase them
10
around and
seconds
stuff and not really
remaining.
care. So that would be my assumption of what they're going to do.
5
And Necro pressures
seconds
TB in the lane
remaining.
really hard. But if Infamous don't have like an insane laning stage, I don't know how they win this game. They don't have great team fight. Like they don't have good lockdown. If this TB can get anywhere near of a decent game, I think he just walks away with it.
Yeah, that's my concern as well. I mean, they have got a bit of control in the Necrophos to try and deal with him, but actually, how are you going to get this guy below half HP to drop the Reaper's Scythe on him anyway? Like, I don't see it. I really don't.
They have to win the game in like 25 minutes, 30 minutes, like latest, I think, on
For
Infamous.
yeah, and they don't have the tower pushing to do that. They don't have the Roshan taking ability to take out an early Aegis. Yeah, no, I definitely see what you're saying here. I think this is going to be a tough one for Infamous Gaming. It's possible, but it's not easy. I mean, I think B8 have a much more straightforward gameplay. We call them B8 or Bait, by the way.
Up to you. I'll follow the leader.
Follow suit. All right, we'll give them both a go. You know, try them on the tongue, see how it goes, see how it rolls, and go from there. I think Bait sounds a little bit better, but
Yeah,
Bait
Bait
sounds
doesn't sound good.
yeah. All right, we'll go Bait. I think that's what's meant to be B8 Bait. All right. Let's get into this elimination series. It is going to be a best of 3
Ugh.
playing it out. That is a terrifying, weird-looking Necrophos as they battle it out for their lives in the tournament. And, you know, Infamous, they've come all this way. Bait had to get a taxi. So, there we go. Both teams... no, I'm obviously joking around. You know, Bait are going to want it just as much as Infamous will. They are going to be hungry for this victory.
I mean, Dendi wants to get in front of the crowd, dude. I'm telling
Oh
you.
yes,
This guy.
yeah. Home crowd advantage.
wants to-
Let's go.
Exactly. I mean, if they get through to the main event, you have to say Bait, you know, they will feed off that energy. It'll be interesting to see who gets it.
Twill certainly be. I hate life says. Just to say, this is the only elimination game in the group stages, right? Like, it's not going to be
Yes.
two heroes going out. Sorry, 2 teams going out and 2 teams going through. But it's actually 1 team goes through to straight to the semi-finals of the playoffs. 2 teams go through to the
Quarterfinal.
quarterfinal. Sorry, 4 teams go through to the quarterfinal. So yeah, and 2 teams are straight up eliminated. But it's still
So, yeah, I
double,
think
double elimination
All,
as well.
all the important games are happening today, and then the games are tomorrow to decide who comes second and third, and I think they're best of ones. So this is the game that matters now for both these teams. Like, it's literally ride or die.
Fight. Sacred just takes the outpost in front of his face. How do you like that, PO? Such an alpha move to do that to
The
somebody.
battle begins.
So they can get the 0-minute XP. It's
Very
big.
important. Very important. Yeah, I like the Terrorblades build here. 6 tangos, 4 iron branches. My man wants to regen some of them HPs.
Nah, I mean, you want as much, stats as possible early on, though. You want to be able to just be as efficient as possible, with the Quelling Blade as well. He'll probably just be rushing that Yasha really quickly. Just for his, TB illusions to skip waves, just farm the jungle as quickly as possible. Because like we said, as long as the TB can have any kind of gain, then he should be absolutely fine. It's just how much the laning stage might crumble.
Can he get to level 3 is the question. Well, we're going to find out. Pio starting things off in the bottom lane against Pepita and Sacred. Meanwhile, over towards mid, we got Robbo on the Razor versus Dendi on his Puck. So a pretty favourite hero of his right now. Meanwhile, already looks like King R's coming through some kind of rotation here. I'm not too sure what the idea is because they're not going to have enough damage to really bring down this Razor. But he's just here to annoy him. He sees him in the vision. He's like, well, guess there's an Earthshaker here. Cool.
Well, that's the thing. It's not. You don't actually have to do anything. It's just threatening him, right? There, look.
Yeah.
Like you're just cutting him away from all the creeps. As well.
Oh no, Creep's coming into him. He's actually going to lose anything. Oh, nice deny from Dendi.
Easy. Only loses 3 damage as well on the front.
Oh, detrimental. Not going to be able to lane with that. Yeah, look at that. Rubbish taking all the CS now.
You say as Dendi gets a good knife. Yeah, I get you. This LeBron's trying to pull in the bot lane as well. And Pepita just comes across straight away. Cancels that. Oh, no.
Oh, the battle for the creeps. Who would their allegiance belong to? Oh, Peter's going to say, screw it, I'm just going to kill these neutral creeps anyway. He's struggling to get them, isn't he? Don't you click on the enemy hero and then they aggro to you?
No, not with. I don't think that's how it works. Oh, well, you mean on Pepita, yeah. But
Yeah. Anyways, he does manage to kill off those neutral creeps instead, takes them for himself and grabs the creeps over, making sure Pio remains under pressure. But the creeps are still under his tower. He should be getting to level 3 pretty easily here. But LeBron's keeping his distance. He knows exactly what's up. They just want these levels on Pio so that he can go to the jungle and not have to worry about this hideous lane he's against right now. Meanwhile, the Bloodseeker dropping pretty low up at top here, just trading some spells with King R and Ghost Stick.
Yeah, I don't really understand the second point in meta at level 3 when it's on 1, it's on cooldown for 60 seconds, and 2, you're probably gonna have to be heading to the jungle really soon anyway.
Yep.
Oh, the courier.
Dyer's courier
Easy.
has been killed.
Bottom lane, Pepita's will be lost to the. Was that TV Illusion which took it?
It was TB and the illusion.
Buddies. Yeah, Pio now hitting a level 3, so the Wraith Band coming out to him shortly.
They're trying to go for this.
I like him for
Undying's
him, aren't
level
they?
2.
Yeah, they'll push him back under this tower. Salve out from his homeboy. Thank you very much.
I think you find home slice is the
Oh, my bad.
correct term. Well, let's look at this top lane, by the way, because we haven't really talked about this at all. Looks like, I mean, Pangras 6 denies. He's actually doing okay. Like, considering it's a Bloodseeker in the lane.
Nailed it.
Dyer's structures are
Yo, taking damage, they fortify up, and with the snap coming through from Pepita as well, the right click will finish the job. Pio's going to go down in the bottom lane, that'll be your first blood coming through for Infamous.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we talked about, though. They need to make sure they pressure these lanes early on. They need to make sure they get whatever they can from this laning stage, like, in terms of pushing their advantage. Because if they don't, then they're going to fall further and further behind. This TB's just going to farm, so I think it comes down to a lot to this mid lane, honestly. Where I think if Puck can have a decent start to the game so that he can make space for this TB, I think that's going to be really important. And it seems to be pretty even so far in terms of the mid lane.
Now my enemy.
Yeah, it's a close one. Robot is going to pick up the arcane and try and take down Dendi a little bit, get himself a little bit of damage. It's generally annoying, but Dendi, of course, having so many spells just to play around with, ensuring he can keep up with the CS. Pretty much how his mid lane's going right now.
He has a bottle coming though. Yeah, he does on the Puck, so he's fine.
Well, the Rubik actually a little bit low at the top. He's going to take some hits to the mid lane, but they're just chilling for now. Bottle's out as well, so he can heal himself up quite nicely. And yeah, continuing just to kind of CS pretty safely in the bottom lane. Oh, top lane, they actually finished the kill onto the Rubik. So Bait actually getting their first kill on the board here. And this should secure some bounty runes for them as well. Well, he's curious, but unable to get over to those bounties with the Undying protecting them.
Look at I'm gonna chase the net worth. I'm gonna chase the net worth really early this game, just because I feel like it's really important that we talk about the deaths, like for the TV as well. It's quite a big thing, right?
Yeah.
So like in terms of the silos in net worth, I honestly thought it would be worse at this point for the Radiant side. Like TB's got to this point where he's level 4. Yeah, he's died, but he's got relatively okay net worth. Like he's gonna farm quickly when he gets to the jungle anyway. Probably at that level 5 mark, I would say he's gonna go in. But
Yeah.
I think as long as this Pango gets to this level 6 mark without giving them too much, then at that level 6 you have the Fisher coming in. Bloodseeker might actually be in trouble here.
Yeah, he's getting locked down pretty hard. Does drop out the blood right, and no swashbuckle available, but the right clicks will do the job just as easily. Ghost Stick's gonna get the kill onto Dark up here in the top lane, and Infamous dropping another kill up in the top lane. And having a lot of fun here on B8.
If you look at both teams' mid-game potential, right, like they have Coil, Echo,
Dire's top
Rolling
tower is
Thunder.
under
Like there's
attack.
so much team fight coming out of this level 6 mark, so
Yeah.
they just need to make sure they get to that point okay.
Absolutely. And which they are doing. I mean, nearly there, to be honest. We've got level 6 at mid at the very least. Meanwhile, Sacred and
Radiant
Pepita starting to pressure the
structures are
tower a
fortified.
bit. Pio hiding in the trees, just
Rubik's.
absorbing this XP. It's had a good
A
time.
bit of trouble.
He is a bit, isn't he? They're trying to chase him down here with a swashbuckle forwards. A little bit off the mark for Ghosting. They're going to continue chasing. The Silence comes out as well, and that is enough to scare away the
Radiant's
Pangolier for the
turret
time being.
has been killed.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, they're going in pretty deep. As a coil comes out, they're able to kill off the Necrophos. Meanwhile, up in the top, they're trying to chase down Sladden, but down in bottom, it's Pepita who's in trouble. They will run him down, and they should get this kill. There's only so much healing one man can do. They're dying. One comes out with a right click, so there they'll grab that kill. Meanwhile, up at top, King R being chased, but a beautiful swashbuckle crop, both of them from Ghosting, going to bring down the Rubik, and now they turn around. The Bloodseeker could be in trouble as well. He's trying to fight up into it, turning around will kill off King R. Ghosting trying to fight out into him, but doesn't want to get caught by that Silence. Now jumping forwards and misses the swashbuckle as well. So Dark's going to be okay, and Ghosting's going to be left wanting.
Dude, it's so horrible to lane up
Radiant's
against
middle
this time, by
tower
the way.
is under
Just
attack.
constantly just stopping you from healing up by getting lasted.
Yeah, it's a pretty filthy matchup. He's not having the greatest of fun. Well, 22-6. It's a good lane still.
Oh yeah, the other thing, this thirst thing on the Bloodseeker, which is all down to percentage health, right? If you decay down in the bot lane, it doesn't. They have like the very similar
Radiant are scanning.
percentage HP, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like the thirst doesn't have as much effectiveness as it would, like as you'd hope. If that makes sense.
True. Yeah, I guess that
I know
does
it's
make
such
sense.
it's a small thing, right? But like,
Yeah, you just need to hit them a few times, and their percentage will drop faster. But yeah, I mean, when you use decay, it's not going to actually bring their health down. Percentage.
Bloodseeker is level 6 now as well, so I think Ghostic has to be a little bit careful up here.
Dire's middle tower
This
is
is
under
Pangolier's
attack.
weakness. Pretty much can't come out too far from the tower. He's got TP, but unfortunately the Rubik will just cancel that one. So
I think this 3-stack top on the Dire side as well is going to be a big point of contention for both teams. Like, you don't really want to let either team just like freely come and take this. You've got the pure damage on the Bloodseeker to get through it quickly from the Blood Right as well.
Sladden's me like, oh, they took ours. Well, we're going to take theirs back. Balancing all things.
Healing shock.
Oh, Puck's TPing top.
Certainly is. I think they want the stack. Let's see.
I think they
the
want the kill.
Yeah, maybe. And then they jump. They immediately drop down the coil. Meanwhile, Bloodseeker does manage to get down the Silence, which does actually get caught by the puck here. So now with the Raptor coming out into him, then he could be in some trouble. They're still trying to play around, but Ghostic's going to miss a Rolling Thunder as well. With the Totem coming down, it might be able to get the turnaround here. Dark's just playing around them currently. Doesn't want to get him too close. He knows that Dendi can nuke him down, so just trying to play it carefully. And in comes Robbo, and he's on top of Ghostic. Ghostic is getting munched away by this Razor's damage. No more escape tools from Ghostic, and it's going to be a pretty clean turnaround for Infamous up in the top lane as Bait try to go for a play, and unfortunately just get baited themselves.
Yeah, really nice sidestep though by the Bloodseeker as well, stopping himself from getting hit by the swashbuckle from the Pango. So keeping himself alive long enough
Radiant's
that
bottom
the
tower
puck can't
is
really
under
burst him
attack.
down.
Don't know him again here, but ooh, did that orb connect?
I'm sure it did.
Dark's surviving longer and longer as the game goes on. Gank attempts are unsuccessful. Meanwhile, Infamous kind of dealing with the stack they made a little bit earlier. Well, a little bit of a catch out here as Earthshaker's in a really bad position. He's trying to run away, but the damage coming through from Robbo's has been easily finished him off. Meanwhile, Dendi jumps over and grabs himself the bounty rune, but yeah, I mean, this is sloppy from Bait. This is really sloppy.
Oh, they killed the Necrodo down in the bot lane with the Ghost Stick rotation.
Yeah,
He's
that's
actually
good.
going Vessel, by the way, as well. He's got the urn. Well, I assume he's going to go Vessel at some point, but it's a really good Vessel game up against the Necro as well. Oh, mid lane. Oh, no. I think you've got more problems than just the Discord.
Yeah, looks like we might be down one Sladden very shortly as he is all coiled up and getting beaten in very quickly. Is there anybody nearby to save the day? Robbo is... Oh, he's a long way away.
God, I love these games that are a kill per minute. They're just... They feel
High
so
tempo.
good.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have to sit around wondering what to talk about. You just go for it. Well, Peter's nearby, and actually, Puck doesn't have that much damage to throw out, and questionable coil going absolutely nowhere, but he's going to jump over. Oh no, he's not actually. He's in some trouble. The Echo Slam comes down doing a decent amount of damage, but where is the follow-up? Where is the damage? The Puck's on the high ground, too afraid to jump in and actually take this fight. King R backs
He has
himself
an
out as
arcane
well.
rune, though.
They did kill Sladden at the very least. Meanwhile, King R having some zombie problems right now, and well, Ghost Stick and LeBron coming over as well. They throw down the urn, they throw down the damage, jump up to the high ground, they get the kill with Purification. That's going to be a kill onto the Razor at the very least, so Bait, once again, you know, finding the turnaround, making something happen. Ghost Stick sticking around, being an opportunist, seeing if anything else shows itself, but will not do so. Ghost Stick returns up to the top lane.
All of a sudden as well, LeBron just has 900 gold, and he's like, oh, I'll pick up these arcane boots on my Pulse 5 on Nick. That's quite nice.
Yeah, loving life.
Why is... I mean, Necro's got double Bracer and going into a Hood. Like, their lineup just doesn't do anything in the mid-game at the moment. This TV's... we said if he had anywhere near a decent amount of farm, then he'd just walk away with this game, right? And guess what? He's third in net worth. Like, he's ahead of the Necro in terms of net worth now, just because how well he farms his jungle. So...
Well, he's been playing the lane a lot as well, and they came with rotation. Like, there was plenty to enable Pio, which Fate have been doing. You know, they want this guy to be a hero, and so far they are succeeding in that.
This Rubik is level 6 now as well, though, so I really want to see what he can do in these team fights.
So Peter
It's,
considers going for a outpost here, but may have given his life for this one. Life's going to heal him up a little tiny bit, but unfortunately with Pio coming in, he's going to be able to turn it to job, and now they're going to go towards the Necro as well. That hatred on Pio, meaning he can keep up really easily. Ghost Shroud going to keep the Necro alive a little bit longer than necessary, but down he shall go, and it's a double kill for Pio down in the bottom lane. This Terrorblade, he's being fed.
but like, who can they play around that actually makes active moves on the map? Like, it has to be the Razor, right? But he has phase boots and probably double wave punch coming out the career, I think. And it's like, well, is this guy really strong enough for us to try and fight into this Puck that's basically doing whatever he wants on the map at the moment?
Yeah, Denny's having fun. He's jumping about, playing some dotes.
It's got to the point in the game already where I feel like Undying is actually useless as well. Like, I'm going to put down
Doesn't
a
take long.
fight. And
Dire's structures are fortified.
I mean, Sorap's always a good spell,
Dire's
but
top tower is under attack.
definitely an underwhelming hero in my opinion.
he has Yasha coming out in the career as well for TB. So his farm speed's only going to increase here. You know, I think Yasha's probably the best item on all these illusion heroes.
Yeah, that's annoying for sure.
But how much it increases your farm speed?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's going to be a bit of a slow burner here if Infamous can't pick up the pace, start finding themselves some engagements, finding themselves some kills perhaps. So far, that has not been possible. There's a Rupture available on this Bloodseeker, but doesn't want to throw it out for an Omni Knight.
Yeah, and Shaker's getting really close to Blink as well. He's actually only 500 gold away. And at that point, I don't see Bait losing a fight again after that. Like, it's such a big thing for them to have that instant initiation.
Just giving King R the farm in the mid lane as well over Dendi in order to get his Blink online. They actually prioritize his Blink more than they prioritize Dendi's Blink, whatever he's going for next. Which
Dendi
you know,
can
Shaker's
just-
close to.
Dire's top
I mean, it's
tower
about
is
splitting the
under
farm
attack.
evenly though, right? So that you can both. Like Shaker doesn't farm jungle that well, right? But like, look at the puck. You just clear through it so quickly. Just being as efficient as possible for your team. He's 100 gold off on the Shaker.
Meanwhile, Pio's having a whale of a time up in the top lane, just using his illusions, being annoying, taking out creep waves, putting pressure. You know, this tower's getting pretty low as well. He's already taken the bottom tier 1, so doesn't have anything more to do there. I like this play from the Terrorblade as well. You know, most Terrorblades, they just sink into the jungle, they disappear off the map, they don't do anything when they're farming. They're just like, alright, I'm going to get my items and I'm going to come fight. But Pio's like, actually, they don't have enough split push, counter push to be able to stop me taking their towers. So I'm just going to sit on lanes, push in waves, you know, force someone to be here, enable my team a bit, and also do some damage on the tower in the process. It's a very effective way of playing the game.
I do think TB should be playing down bot side of the map though. Still, even just playing around these ancients because. And I feel like your puck and the Shaker now can play up on this top side where they want to be making aggressive plays on the map. And then your TP should just be taking like you have this wall to protect you as well.
They're jumping in the middle lane. They've got the coil down, but Ghostic will miss with the initial Rolling Thunder. Yul's out as well, meaning that Robo's not actually. Okay, phew, he gets one with it. There we go. Now you can cancel it. You got to get one with Rolling Thunder. That's the rules.
Yeah, it's pretty underwhelming though. Honestly, I think
Yeah.
you really want to be playing around your Shaker there with the Echo Slam, but
I don't
with
know
the
what
Yules
that's
now on
really
the
about.
Razor, it just breaks up the fight.
Yep. He also did a really good job at dodging the first Rolling Thunder, which allowed him to go for the Yules straight afterwards. Very nice.
And I
And
know
a
they
bit of
instantly,
smoke on smoke now.
yeah,
Double damage.
they just instantly smoke and they look to play around this TV because they think that somebody on the dire side is going to be coming to defend this tower top to stop the TV just freely pushing it. But instead, it looks like both teams are basically just doing the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, Sacred gets revealed here, but it's a Necrophos. How easily can you bring this guy down? We're going to make the attempt anyway. Meanwhile, there's a simultaneous gank going on for Dendi right now. He's going to try and get himself up to the high ground and go for the TP. Meanwhile, Sacred still being chased. Dendi in some trouble. Gets Yule's up. Won't be escaping this time around. They should be able to drink the kill here. And that is Dendi going down. Meanwhile, the Necrophos is absolutely fine. They did not have enough damage to find that kill. And now, Infamous, they're looking to meet up with Sacred right now and defend this tower, perhaps. It's already getting pretty low just for the illusion. Bait, though, they know what's going on. They're going to get themselves to safety. Do not want to mess around with Infamous anything more than they're doing already.
Yeah, really good fight for the dire side actually. This Pango hasn't really achieved anything in the last 5 minutes, it feels like. He had these 2 Spirit Vessel charges from an earlier kill, but didn't get anything with them. And now, because he hasn't really been farming in that time either, the 3 cores on the dire side pulling pretty far ahead to their counterparts.
Yeah, I mean, the top's looking good for Bait, but yeah, as you say, Robo and Sacred. Is he called Robo or Robo, by the way?
Let's go.
Dire's bottom
I listened to the
tower
other
is
cast
under
and they were calling him Robbo, that's why I've been calling him Robbo, but they are Australian, so,
Oh, that's true.
you know, they love names like Robbo and Kevin, so...
Oh, he got coil.
Ooh, not a bad pick up there from Sladden. Let's see if they try. Uh oh, breaks the coil though. Gonna be in some trouble. In comes a stun from Kingara as well. They're trying to get him around, but he's gonna turn around, drop the coil. Oh, Dendi dodging it out. He's still got it. Meanwhile, Pepita's gonna die in the side lane. Robo's gonna get himself to safety. The tower, meanwhile, won't quite be so lucky. Pio, he pops big boy mode and gets started on the tower and does not need no creeps to bring it
tower
down.
has fallen.
Like, Dire have the net worth advantage, right? It might not be very much
Dire's
now,
middle
but
tower
it feels like their cores just don't do anything. Like, still. They need the BKBs for them to, like, hit a point where they can
Radiant's
actually
top
fight this
tower
Radiant
is
side.
under attack.
And even then, we haven't seen anything from the Omni Knight at all, it feels like. Did you see that, by the way?
Yeah.
LeBron just summoned a little kobold outside the ancient camp, and because if you hit any kind of neutral camp, like next to the camp,
Why isn't nobody...
there's a clumsy
Guys,
gap as well.
guys,
There's
clumsy.
There's a
Guys, go. Hello? Hello?
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower
Whose is it?
has fallen.
clumsy net.
Radiant's courier has been
It
killed.
belongs to the Dire. Okay.
Dear.
Right. And LeBron's just like, well,
It's under the Radiant Ward as well.
yeah.
Oh,
Dire's
Philosopher's
top tower
Stone
is
for
under
the
attack.
for the Omni Knight, I think, or even for the Shaker as well. Actually, would be pretty good.
Yeah, it depends what you want. If you want some auras, then I think you can shove it on LeBron. He can start farming a bit heavier and maybe find some like fruits or something like that. But maybe you just want to get that on the Earthshaker anyways.
Yeah, he's
Or-
coming out to the
yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Generation.
Ghostic trying to farm up here could be in some trouble as they're moving flat and making their way over. They've got the lift. But he's going to go himself north and now, well, throws down the Rolling Thunder and just goes for a straight up TP away. So once again, as safe as possible.
Anybody picked up the? Oh, the net's gone. They picked it up.
The net.
on
Yeah,
the Bloodseeker.
Bloodseeker's got it.
Dire's top tower
That's a
is
terrible
under
combo. No, I'm just kidding. You can keep them inside the blood, right? It's pretty nice. Make sure you rupture them after the net. If I see any net into rupture, then I'm going to be very angry.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Interesting that Bloodseeker's going for the Manta build though as well. I would have
Dire's
expected.
middle
I really
tower
thought they were
is
going to
under
wanting to hit
attack.
this BKB timing relatively similar on the Razor and the Bloodseeker.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh, TV's Korean.
Dead Couriers right now. Meanwhile, Dark One of the Puck didn't get him though. But yeah, I mean, this super slow paced game is definitely favouring Bait, and it can just allow their Terrorblade to keep up. Oh, Vambrace on TB. Hello.
I wonder if he keeps it on strength or if he puts it to Agi. Because, yeah, he puts it to Agi still. I mean, you're playing against like Necro still, right? So any kind of magic resistance is pretty nice. Puck yet to pick up a neutral item, by the way. That's pretty triggering.
Dire's
There's a
top
nether
tower
shawl in the
is under
base.
attack.
Pretty furious.
Dire's
Peter though, he's going to start this fight by dropping down the tombstone and dropping his ulti. Meanwhile, King Art, don't think he's actually getting out of this one as he's going to get zapped down by the Razor. Meanwhile, they're looking for more. Yeah, not the most value pickup there from the Rubik, have to say, but there you go.
I played Rubik before, stole level 4 enchant totem early on, and Faye bolted and hit a morphling and he just instantly blew up before. That was quite fun.
Definitely a use for it.
That's the only time I've ever seen it be any use.
Kill them zombies. People in the chat keep talking about Tomado. Do we know who Tomado is in this game? Is he playing under a different name? Maybe it's the Bloodseeker or the Razor. Right?
Let me look up the roster from the minor qualifiers. Hang on.
Okay.
Radiant are
Well, we'll continue to watch the standoff in the middle lane. Go stick on LeBron. Kind of chilling. Want to keep this lane pushed out. Want to keep their tower alive. That'll be hard. It's already dead.
It would be. I don't know if the Bloodseeker is Tomado or not. I don't think it is. I can try and check. No, no, I think it is Tomado. Okay.
All right.
One of his previous names is Tomado.
Okay. Cool. So we can assume safely. Now hitting that level 15 talent phase shift attack, allow him to push out waves even more effectively and be a further pain in the butt for Infamous. And it's really nice to play Terrorblade with a hero like Puck who just wants to play on map all the time, push out waves and generally be annoying. Nice blink there as well. He might even find himself a courier. Gets a miss unfortunately. Still wants to chase it down, but that's not happening. TP away will bring him to safety. He can't do nothing about that, so he'll just taunt his way away. Infamous dragging like 5 heroes actually over for this one. They're at least going to make us.
No. Oh no.
Robo's like
What
pigging
is
him,
that?
going, "What is you doing, son? I said I was going to smoke us." Pio though could be called out here. It's a huge pickup. They can find it, but Ghost is catching him the one who lifted up and started this fight. Meanwhile, they've got the Yules out onto
Still
the
rolling
Terrorblade.
thunder.
They've got him controlled up, but the nice Fisher gonna block him off and stops the Razor from chasing anymore. And Ghost is TPing himself out as well. There's so much commitment from Infamous here, but they get absolutely nothing. BKB charge, Rolling Thunder used by the Rubik, and even everything being thrown out, and they get nothing.
They not was the Necro not? I guess Necro wasn't near enough by to cancel the Rolling Thunder TP, but
Guess not.
they smoke on the Radiant now as well. They understand that all these spells are down like the Rolling Thunder from the Rubik, so they literally just want to go straight away with this Echo Coil play.
And they have Metamorphosis as well on PO, ready to jump in.
This Necro's
Necro's going to
probably
be a
not.
target. Silence comes out. They have got the lockdown to stop him from getting off any spells, and this is going to be a clean kill for Bait.
I was going to say this Necro's probably not the guy you want to go on, but I mean, if they can kill him off, this is 40 seconds and probably a free Roche. So yeah, just go into the pit.
Aired in, and Pierre's got that ultimate, and this is going to make short work of Rosh as well. No anti-armor today, but you know, they've got more enough damage to get through him anyway. This is going to keep him disarmed up as well, making a nice easy Roshan.
I hate. You remember the old Pango where it used to... What was the old way it like reduced their armor to 0 or something?
Yeah,
That was
interesting. Tombstone is down though, and Rollins is jumping straight into the pit, but it's too late. Aegis already in the hands of Theo, and now Yule's out onto the Razor by himself, putting him in a horrible situation as Aladdin comes rolling on through. Terrorblade isn't doing any damage, so he's just gonna... Well, oh, never mind. Ruby Swan got a nice Echo Slam from King R on the high ground down, locking down to the damage in from Pug, but they've got the GA to keep themselves alive. The fight's going to keep on going. And through all this time, the Terrorblade's close to getting his damage back. He tries to take down Vita here, gets sidestep himself. Meanwhile, LeBron's going to be the first one to drop. Another look over towards the Terrorblade. He does have this Aegis, and he is pretty damn tanky. He's going to steal the health of Necrophos, and a beautiful Fissure again coming out from King R, holding back Infamous, but they are going to be able to get around this wall. And now King R's going to be dropped as well, and well, it's looking like Theo might be all by himself. Picked up the bouncy rune. That's some value. Meanwhile, Ghostic coming in, throwing in the disarm. Meanwhile, the Pug takes a bit of a heavy U-pick. He's getting himself away, but I'm not sure he can. Theo on the run right now. Manta Pop, the lift is out. They've got the right one. Lift him up, throw him back. Necrophos gets the kill. He is out for the count. 75 seconds without Terrorblade. Infamous ripped through him twice over. Take his Aegis, take his life, and now look towards taking this top tower in the process.
Yeah, the Radiant side can't afford to blow Echo and Coil and not get anything out of it. Like, they coiled the Bloodseeker on the Razor, but there was no follow-up damage. And then they echoed like with them two again, and there was no follow-up damage, because the TB wasn't there. And if there's no follow-up damage, it doesn't matter what spells you're throwing on them. Like, you have to be able to have that finishing blow.
Like, King R is playing really nicely in the... Ooh, oh, ow, ow, ooh.
Yeah, well, that's a play. Pepita almost died mid, by the way. It's just,
I'm glad I was watching that instead, to be honest.
Dendi still hasn't picked up a neutral item, by the way, living in his glory days. So maybe he's one of these players that's like, I don't agree with neutral items, so I'm just not going to use them.
Yeah, statement player. Wow. Dendi's so brave, making the statement, and just really, you know, showing Valve
Where to shove it.
No, I really should have that Nether Shawl at the very least.
Even if he just doesn't want the minus hour, just pick up the arcade ring or something, right? Like, anything's fine.
I mean, he's got the phase shift attack as well, so the Paladin Sword wouldn't even be a bad pickup on him. Don't know, mate. Don't know. Meanwhile, well, they're jumping in. They've got the result of Necrophos. He's silenced up. He's getting brought down with the coil. That will secure the kill. Make sure he can't get any of that pesky Ghost Shroud nonsense off today. They get themselves a clean kill onto Sacred. It does cost them a coil, and they've popped Metamorphosis for it as well. So, you know, the kill equity is a little bit skewed, but it is still a good kill.
Yeah, this is fine. If they can just take the outpost as well, might be pretty nice before the 30-minute mark. Try and control this top half of the map. See Shakers going straight away. Orb of Destruction on the Bloodseeker. That's really nice.
Yeah, that's the money right there. That's going to help you get through that. Oh, he's actually thrown it straight back to base.
Oh, he almost left the Mindbreaker on the floor, but not that yet. Dendi. It's really... I don't know how I feel about this. It's not picking up a neutral item.
Oh, you're still on that.
Oh, there's a telescope. Right, okay. Somebody take the telescope, please. Yeah, Omni's going to take that. Dendi's like, I still don't need one. It's fine. I think both these teams just feel like they can't make the aggressive plays on the map. Like, they want to...
Patience. Razor nearly walked into it as well, but not quite.
He's just taking the TV's Illusions XP. That's all.
That Illusion's never going to level up at this rate. You know, still playing around here. Looking for some very cheesy setup, but that's not going to happen.
Quickly as I go.
I mean, there's a bit of a mirror movement coming all across the map right now. Infamous trying to look for someone pushing in mid, and then goes the Echo Slam straight away onto the Bloodseeker, not giving him a chance to respond to that one, and then he will finish the job. once again using that coil to finish kills. I've never seen coil used as a kill securing device before, but this is Dendi. He's a pioneer.
It's just to stop him getting things off like Manta, or things that might just keep him alive in the last second, right?
Yeah.
You want to make sure that Bloodseeker dies. This is a really slow tempo game.
Dire's
Sure,
middle
finding a
tower
kill with a
is under
coil,
attack.
it's like whatever, right? The bot lane as well, they found the next.
They certainly have, Mo Farah. They certainly have. Yep, Sacred not going to stand much of a chance of getting out of this one. The Vision just makes sure of it. Second. Meanwhile, LeBron trying to take him down. They don't get the proc on the lucky shot, but I don't really think it matters too much. He tries to bring down the Tombstone, but that's not going to happen. Slider trying to block him off, but ends up just blocking up his own teammate, and they're able to get over this wall quite easily. And now they're looking for the +1. Coil's actually nearly off cooldown again here, so Dendi going to keep on chasing. Sans comes out, the swashbuckle as well. Hello, Mr. Robbo, and Dendi's got the coil in 2-1 with the blink. Could go for it if he wants it. In the
Dire's
trees.
bottom tower
No?
is under
Alright,
attack.
Slider's
doesn't
actually
see
going to
him.
get out of that one.
I mean, that was a save your friend syndrome scenario there. 100%. Like the Necro dies, Undyne tries to save him, then Rubik tries to save him, and it could have been an absolute disaster there if the Rubik died as
Dire's
well.
middle
Luckily, the
tower
Rubik
is under
breaks the
attack.
chain, so it keeps them in business. But Tomato, I'm not sure that's the stairs you want to be walking up, buddy. He's just getting jumped on straight away. Pio pops Metamorphosis, trying to rip through his defenses, and that is going to be the easiest of kills. And he actually completed that TP. So, what's the play here, buddy? What is the play? They are just getting on top of him. King R Invis on top as well, and the damage is there. The Yules comes out, but it's not going to keep Sacred alive. They will finish the job. Pio gets himself another kill, and they just keeps on coming out for bait right now. They're making the plays, and they're keeping up the pressure, and Infamous are just playing into their hands beautifully.
I don't know what to say about this Bloodseeker in the last few minutes, I'll be honest. It's like a couple of times in a row he's been picked off. Not necessarily... It feels like he's just not, like, thinking, if that makes sense. Like, kind of just doing his own thing.
Very annoying, and now they go with the Aggro Slam, being able to take down Sladden straight away, but they have got down a Tombstone. They've got the Undying running forwards as well, so this is going to be some significant chase, but Bait, they are being cautious. They don't have the... Oh, never mind, they're not being cautious at all. They're running up the high ground. They want Pepita, and they will get him. The damage this team kind of low when they've got them locked down like that is very, very scary. Although a lot of zombies starting to stack up here. They're trying to send the illusions to deal with them, but it's not that big a deal. They can kill them off and get themselves back. Bait in a pretty comfortable situation in this game as they've got this pair of Raid on top of the net worth chart. They're finding the kills. They're killing off Tomato time and time again. Infamous, they really are falling apart in this one.
A prize.
Yeah, They kind of just keep dying one by one, right? Like there's
That's
no
a problem.
It feels like there's no communication or understanding of them being on the same page of how they want to be moving across the map, or like making plays together, or it feels like they're kind of very, isolated from each other in a way.
Yeah, I get you completely.
They have the Bloodseeker, but he doesn't have a BKB. So like this Razor got a BKB, a second item, and they couldn't do anything with it because they still couldn't fight because the Bloodseeker didn't have his either. It just feels like a complete mismatch in their timings of what they want to do. And it's difficult to know who that's on, right? Unless you're you're part of the inner circle of the team.
Alright, so let's say you're the Infamous coach, right? Suddenly we have timeouts in Dota. You're allowed to pause the game, run into the practice room. What is it you say to them?
Nailed it! Nailed it!
That.
Nailed
you
it,
go.
nailed it, and then run out
Right.
again. They're just like, what the hell is the
Run out.
point in that? What is wrong with that coach? No, I'd be like, alright boys,
Dire's
sit down,
bottom
Infamous,
tower
alright?
is under attack.
We didn't get on the plane, come all the way out here to Ukraine to play Dota, and then lose like this.
Maybe they
If
did.
we're going to go down playing some games, we're going to make some plays, we're going to run into their side of the map, and we're going to bring them down, or bring them down with us. And then screw
feels
it.
like
Bottom
they're
tower
playing so
is under
scared,
attack.
right?
Exactly.
Dire's
Exactly. They need some
bottom tower
motivation.
has
They need
fallen.
someone to come in and yell at them.
You
Radiant
just
are
gotta
scanning.
chill out, take a deep breath, and just play as if it's just a pub, right? Just do your thing, enjoy your time, and if you play without pressure,
So saying shouting at them wouldn't work.
Probably not. No,
Probably not.
I don't think that
Okay,
would.
all right. Smoke spot from B8 here. Is they going to go immediately on to Pepita? Pepita, though, he's quite tanky, but Pio's going to rip through him pretty handily here. And now turn his attention to the tombstone. Meanwhile, Roller trying to get on top of him here, and it's going to try and learn that static link. BKB probably. When the Akasan comes down, they'll be able to take down Sacred as well. Pio doesn't care that all his damage is being taken away because the Razor isn't really doing anything. They're going to be able to control him up, and now they just turn it around. Pio with the triple kill, they take down Sladden on the backlines. Roller trying to do what he can. He's going to be able to bring down King R at the very least. LeBron not looking super healthy either. The Ultimato coming in with the BKB, but he can't get close to the fight because the damage is too much. Meanwhile, the Reaper's side are going to take down LeBron. LeBron buys back into this one. Meanwhile, Ghosty trying to go for the TP out, but he gets your stuff controlled up. Meanwhile, Rio in the middle of the fight trying to deal out so much damage. Then he's going to get Thunder up as well. He's keeping himself nice and healthy. His damage getting sapped out away again by the Razor, but unfortunately, Bait are on top of him. They bring him down, and that's going to make it a full 5-man team wipe from Bait and open up Roshan a bit easily for them. It did cost them a couple of buybacks, but they got the Necrophos dieback in response as well, and Jesus Christ, that was not a massive
I'm drawing you the TV's heat map in that last fight.
pretty much, yeah, pretty much. I think he went up here a little bit as well, but yeah, Jesus, that was
He literally just stood still and hit them the whole time.
yeah, they took all his like Razor took all his damage, and he was just like, well, I still got illusions, you know, I don't really care too
Yeah.
much. I'm just gonna slow you down and let my team do the work.
Without, like, let's say you have BKB, but they just kited the whole duration. Where the puck went in phase shift like twice in a row, and he didn't achieve anything during that time. And yeah, both the supports can't really achieve anything in these big fights. Like, if you look at what the two supports on these sides do, one of them's got an Omni
Oh,
Shaker.
Coil onto 3. That is a nice one. Dendy with the Denso coming in through, and that is 2 heroes cleanly eliminated. It all looks like the Razor's going to go down as well. He pops a BKB just to try and help him survive, and they might let him live for the time being because they've got better things to do. They've got buildings to take. There is going to be a Bloodseeker coming back in 5 seconds, and a Necrophos following 10 seconds after, but
Dire's top tower.
I'm not even giving them words because I feel like they're going to get so little done, but Infamous, they don't want to just tap out just yet. You know, this team, they have heart, they have spirit, they want to keep playing.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Tomato, the front line.
They're just going for Megas though on the Radiant side, and TBS Cheese and Meta up in 15. They're ready to go again.
Let's go through the fullness. He's got Cheese, he's got Meta, he's got Sunder, he's got BKB, he's got Heavenly Grace, he's got Purification. This man is not dying. He's just
Angel in
not
5 seconds.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Go now. Easy kill. Just kidding. They're getting wrecked. Bravo on the front lines, getting beaten on down here. They go down his range, so he just turns attention back towards the barracks. Fortification comes out of Coil solo onto Undying, keeping controlled up. They see the tombstone in the back line here, doesn't survive long. Now they get off the static link onto Pio once again. Disarmament out though onto the onto who actually? It doesn't really matter. They're just taking down the barracks anyway. Nice mega creeps, looking pretty good. Pio, is he going to leave the base now? Probably not. Continuing the aggression.
Just jungling, dude. Trying to find his farm while his base is dying.
He's like, dude, I'm gonna get some neutral items. I was gonna just wait for something to drop, but unfortunately, the game, it is over. And it will go the way of Bait. Game number 1, it is pretty heavily in their favor. I mean, they had a game plan, they knew how to execute it. There would look like a bit of life from Infamous in the kind of late laning phase, but not nearly enough to start things swinging in their favor. And Bait just get their check boxes, get their pens out and just start ticking away, and unfortunately Infamous were unable to Tipex out